First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go here in New Orleans. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Richardson. Now a shot here, deep middle. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 47 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Kayvon Thibodeaux getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, L.A. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. A try here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Back to the ground. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. We'll get that complete to Mason Tipton. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Right. Red. 38.
The RPO. That one is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Ready.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that is a big one. His 32nd touchdown of the year. Setting a new NFL record. One better than LaDainian Tomlinson's 31 in 2006. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's Richardson on the move. Right side, complete to Nacua. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That is a big gainer for the Rams. It covers 51 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Come on. Gotta be lying.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. That one taken in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put them in a good matchup, let them go win, and give them a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Extra point attempt still to come. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
Ready, set.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Set, hut.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Saints first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Rams have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Down. Hut.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Down the sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. That is a big gainer for the Saints. A gain of 48.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
19.
Throwing here on 3rd and trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it just past their 25.
And in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
Drop 60, drop all 80. 40, 70.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That is a big gainer for the Rams. That gains an even 60 yards.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Looks like a design run here with Richardson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. 18, Rodgers.
Throwing is Richardson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
On the double. Set.
Drive will start on the ground, and some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get the 1st down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a designed run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Ready.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, New Orleans.
At the 35-yard line.
Black shot. Here we go. Here we go. Slide through. Hut, hut.
Now this time he'll set up to throw. That deep for Olave. And that is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
25 yards.
1st catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Down. Hut.
On 2nd down, they'll run. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 1.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Got it.
3rd and 11.
Ready. Drill. Black Olsen.
He'll drop to throw. That deep for Olave. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. He'll find his man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. From the gun, Richardson. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Rams.
Harrison Mevis for the extra point.
Mevis good on the extra point. And the Rams have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. We talk about a quarterback who can hurt you both ways. That is the one way defenses just can't stop him. All that speed. Taking it the distance.
You're exactly right, Mike. This is just one of the elements of the quarterback position that is just so hard for defenses to account for. When they get themselves in space, they in essence turn into a running back. And once they get out in front, there's no catching them.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 9. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and inches.
Here we go. 33, yellow.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Saints first down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Green jack. 10 black. Cut, cut.
They'll look to throw. He has Hyatt complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Ready. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
10 cycles. Black shot. Ready.
Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
53.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. We're hoping that next possession has a different result.
And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Quinton Williams there to make the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. Is one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On the move left, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Rams first down. Now Richardson. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Rams. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
The throw here is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication.
And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. Braden Fisk getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. So now, a big spot coming here. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Richardson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's got a man. That's Nacua, complete. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Out to his right. Now he takes off. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, LA. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready up. Strike. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Willis now to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Here we go, set. Blue 32, green jack. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22. Red, yellow, set.
Back to the air one more time. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here we go.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing, Willis gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Now this looks like a design run, and he will score! Game on! Malik Willis, touchdown New Orleans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it, Mike. I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Moving outside the pocket, and that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now Richardson. Nacua open. He's got it. They lost him. A pretty good comeback, to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have a Rams first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
17 yards. First down, Rams.
A toss, and here's Brooks. He's got space inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. With that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
37.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Blue 32.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Set, hut. Yellow 40. Hut.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man. That's Olave. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll air it out down the middle. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Set. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look downfield once again. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. This is a tough spot. Third down and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Got it into the hands of Olave. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Get up. Lions.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.